My name is Lawrence Morin from Isle Cross, and I am a soapstone carver. And we had collected soapstone in Thompson, Manitoba about 7 years ago, and I brought half a box of them home, and I started carving different designs and different things which I see on the rocks. And I also have sweetgrass here, which I light up before I do my carving. And sage, we use sage here too. And I look at my carvings, and I start carving something, a design, something from the bush. And this is how I started. And these are eagle feathers and one goose feather. These are all my carvings here. I put this peace pipe. I had fixed it at the top here and broke off, and then I carved it, a bear. It's supposed to be a bear head. And I smoke it with kinnikinnick. And this one here is a shark, I think, but that's a nice rock, so I didn't want to throw it away. And you can see right through it. So I call it a shark rock. This one here looks like a beaver. And you got one big eye. This side I didn't make no eye. But as you can see right through it is beaver's little feet here. And he's sitting up. And a toboggan, I had made a toboggan, that's all we used to use before. Just to go to visit someplace across the lake. We had dog teams. So I thought about the toboggan anyway. A rabbit. I made a little rabbit here because this guy come and give me 2 rabbits. I was so happy, so I made a little rabbits, 2 little rabbits. Just for something to do. There's a lot of carvings here. This one here is, I think it was from BC, but somebody had found it here in the beach at Alla Point, and they gave it to me, and it's one of those things you use for taking the fur off a moose or deer, caribou, matagan, they call it. And you take the fur off there, and you take the grease off the beavers like this with this flat spot here. But it was sharper at it was really sharp, but I made it dull a little bit so nobody will cut himself. It's an artifact. This one here, this is a spear from the older days. They used to make their own spears for fishing. For fishing, they'd catch them and pull them out. And they had little hooks at here on the side. And I still remember. And they used to make them out of bone, moose bones, the ribs, the moose ribs. Those are the strongest bone you can make. And these little hearts I made. Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, It's easy to make a heart when you carve, so I made quite a few of these. Here, here, right here, 3, 4, 5. And this one here is a chicken. A chicken, a spruce grouse. So I made him and I did, but this rock was like that. It's from Brazil. Different rock. You can see through it too. So all these rocks are all different rocks. And this one here, I made one in Indian with a feather. Kind of got a big nose. But that's how this rock was shaped. So I followed it, and he had 2 feathers here, his mouth, his nose. I was going to put a headband there, but ran out of time. All kinds of stuff I make. This is a spear, arrowhead, a spearhead necklace I made. Not too sharp so nobody will cut himself, but it's good to wear something traditional or from the bush or from Mother Earth. Usually I just give them away or I sell them for 20 bucks or something just for gas. Try to help my own people. There's some here I made with a cross. Back cross on there. Those ones I usually give those away in the heart. But people sure appreciate something when you give something free to somebody. But nowadays you don't get nothing free. It's so hard, even for jobs, employment, everything. This one here is a hook, eh? One of those fishing hooks again. You just spear, you hook this on a spear and then get your fish and they pull them out with this. And there's some diamonds I made too. Few diamonds. Right here. Instead of throwing these rocks away in the garbage, I just work, shine them up, polish them up, file them down. Takes a while to do one. And there's another spearhead for fishing again, because most of our people used to fish in. They use spears and they have different nets, trap nets they used to have. I didn't make a trap net yet, but they made them out of willows. And yeah, most of these are the hearts. There's a lot of little hearts I make with nice like good stone, but I still have to polish them all up really fine so they shine. Like it's supposed to shine like glass, but I haven't been able to polish any yet. Yeah, this is about everything I've got here. Plus I have the traditional tobacco. Tobacco we grew here in the front. And we burn that in here. And there's no smell, no taste to it. When you make a cigarette with this, you don't taste the tobacco, nothing. So that's how good it was. Now it's all contaminated, I think. different chemicals in there. I always have, I still have seeds, tobacco seeds here. One little bud of that tobacco is about 100 seeds. So I got about 100 buds here. And we transplant them in the springtime outside. And it grows. It grows about 4 feet, 5 feet high. And this is what I've done so far through this pandemic anyway. I've been, can't go no place. And what's her name, that girl wanted some sort of a video for me to make of my carvings. And this is what I'll probably send to her. I don't know how many minutes this is, but there's about 50 carvings here altogether. And I gave lots away. I gave about 20 away already, so. Different kind of carvings, different. Yeah, that's about all I got so far. I started made tea, and a lot of times it's hard for us to get a job in anything, so at least I have this to do. Okay, that's good. Thank you for listening, and thank you for everything.